The maker behind Stampin AF. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada. Just looking at all those beautiful cards behind me. Some of my favorites. I hope everyone's doing well. Give me a thumbs up when you get here and let me know you can hear me, see me. I have maybe the worst tension headache I've ever had in my life. So we are going to let you do the driving tonight, and I want to show you a couple of cards, and then I thought, oh, maybe I should do a card destash, like head really hurts, and then I thought, no, that's too much. So I don't see anyone. I want to just make sure that this is working. Looks like it. Anyways, I want you to do the driving because my head hurts and I just can't think. So you're going to have the choice of hippos or gnomes, and that choice will determine the background stamp that I'm going to use. I don't want to show you this yet because if I show you this, you're probably going to want this one. So I want to give you a fair shake. This one piece of hair has been like all day. I would look in my monitor at work and I'm like, oh, it was like accentuated too. It's like a rooster. I don't know what their feathers are called. Anyways, I want to show you a couple of things. And hi, Roz. The reason I'm showing you them is one, because I want to show them off, but two, I want you to have some time to decide. Gnomes or hippos? I would love to do this little piggy because I got it and I have the coordinating dies. Let me show you. But there's also something I ordered today that should be here on Friday that will be so stinking cute, and I feel like if I do the pigs now, I'm going to so regret it because then I will have already done them. Not like I can't do more, but I will have shown you them and kept my best project for after. Hi, Linda. Oh, thank you. Good to see you. Okay, so gnomes or, why do I keep forgetting? Hippos. Gnomes or hippos? Let me turn this. I'm sorry, the black one was just too dark, but I will turn this down so you're not getting blinded by that light. Oops. Now I know it's super dark, but okay, so this little piggy, if you have not heard, Stampin' Up! Is having, what are they called? Perfect partners, perfect pairings. I want to say perfect at partners. Dory strikes again. Okay, we've got 2 for gnomes. Oh, cute, Roz. I'd love to see them. Roz has been playing with this little piggy and this birthday piggy or this little piggy and the elephants. Okay, it looks like gnomes are the winners. So this is in the annual catalog, and I didn't give it the time of day until I saw the gorgeous Michaela from the Crafty Oink Pen, who of course is going to use pigs. She did some everything she does is amazing, but she did some amazing watercolor pencil coloring. She colored with watercolor pencils and they were stunning. She didn't use a blender pen, water paint, or nothing. She just colored them. So I had to give it a go, but not with the piggies yet. So as of, I believe it's September 1st. I have the 3rd in my mind, but I'm pretty sure it's as of September 1st. You can order this as a bundle, but only for the month. It's only for the month of September. So you can order it as a bundle. If you already have the stamp set, you can order just the dies. There's this grass, which is awesome. Love the wagon. Love that you can die cut the wagon and die cut the handle and the wheels separately. Like, how cool would that have been for the camper? So gorgeous dies. You've got a little banner, bird, bandana. I bought it for the grass and the wagon. So cute. Thank you, Dawn. Birthday piggies, Rod says. And then Yeti to party. So cute. I have an amazing, well, toot my own horn. Toot toot! I have an amazing idea for this one too, but again, if I show you now, there's something that's going to make it so much cooler. So if I just wait, you'll get the cool version instead of the... Look at the little snow cap. You can die cut everything, and you can actually die cut it so that he can hold something. It like gives him a flap so his arm opens. It's so cool. And I would love to show you the die in action, but I can't yet. It would spoil the surprise for some people. Okay, so do you want to, let me show you, in case you missed the card that I shared yesterday. Finally, I use the Window Wishes, which, as you know, I shared last Wednesday with this cute, spooky Halloween card. Love this window bundle. Like, seriously, so many options. These are just a couple. I have so many ideas. So little time and even less energy. But there is the fun fold with that Rings of Love DSP. And I just shared the Rings of Love card tutorial with my team. So I'm thinking I will post it as a PDF, and then you will have the option to purchase it if you're not in Canada, if you're not on my team. Okay, so here's the one I did in the video yesterday. Same idea, my little broken down house up for sale. If you haven't watched the video, it's cute. It's a longer one because I didn't do a voiceover. I actually crafted in real time. Okay, one more thing I'm going to show you. Thank you so much, Cheryl. So, the Craft and Connect. I'm sorry this looks so blue. Craft and Connect, I'm using the Kindest Gnomes bundle, and the registration just closed this morning because I placed the order. The PDF will be available. You can purchase it for $10 Canadian, no matter where you are in the world. If you missed the card kit, you can also purchase that PDF. But I want to show you the 4 cards, and I'm not sure if Melanie is watching. I have a feeling she might have been the one that said Yeti, but I could be wrong because it just says Facebook user. But I can't reach. She was saying how if there is a Craft and Connect that she didn't vote for, she tends not to get it. And she had voted for the Cheerful Basket. And I thought, I am going to work that basket in there on one of these cards. And look, he's a slider. So you can have him like off to one side. You can have lower, higher. Now the limitation was the height of the basket. So I think I'm actually going to work it into like the card instead. But so cute, right? He's gone foliage picking. So that is one card. This is one card. I'm not going to open them up and show you because that's what the tutorial's for, right? And then this one's a fun fold as well. Nothing on the inside. I actually did not use any of the sentiments from this stamp set because I don't love them. I thought about using the amazing phrasing, but I thought, you know what, I'm just going to leave them blank. They can be used for anything. So I did some watercolor, pencil, crayon. Why is that so hard to say? I did some coloring with watercolor pencils without the water. So I think, I don't know. I don't think I could pick a favorite. I think this would be my last choice, but these 3, love them. Love them. Don't not love this one, but it's not my favorite. Thank you so much. Hi, Michelle. Okay, so that is Craft and Connect. So whether you were able to get the kit or not, the PDF will be available. I have not typed it up yet because it just closed today. So 2 of the things that I made that did not make the cut because they were going to be far too much work was this. I didn't actually color him, but I did some masking and ink blending, and I thought it would be so cute to color him with the torch, and there were just so many steps. I thought, no, this is too much. So instead, you got those 4 cards. But the very first one that I did, oh, thank you, Dawn. The very first one I did, again, way too much work, but I loved it. It's a little on the dark side. I have so much trouble leaving white space. It does not look good in the camera view, but it's on watercolor paper and I love it. So that's what we are going to do. So I gave you the option of gnomes or hippos. We could do the Yeti, but I don't think I have any background that would work for that. But I thought we could do the daisies, and this is the first time I inked it up, or we could do the rays of light, which is the rays of light. Oh, thank you. Is it Denise? I'm guessing that's probably, it's Denise, but I could be wrong. Okay, so I'm going to grab the daisies, but I'm also going to grab the rays of light, and I think this one is probably still on back order, or not orderable. But if you don't have this on your radar, you need it. I love, love, love this one. I can't think of the cards that I've made using it off the top of my head. But we'll do the gnomes. I gotta get that bundle out, and then tell me, do you want Daisy Garden or Rays of Light? Oh, thank you. I actually think I might frame this one. But I love how his hat, it looks like it's got a flower on it. But I thought, you know what, if I give this to my Craft and Connect people, they're probably going to kill me. So I am not going to color it with watercolor pencils tonight because this probably took me an hour and a half. So we will use blends, but just know that that one gnome card is going to use watercolor pencils. Oh, we got one for Ray, one for Daisy, two for Daisy. You know what? Instead of trying to keep track, thank you. We've got Daisy and Ray's. You can't even see it. Because this is glass, I can use it as a dry erase. Okay, two for Ray's. This is fun. Bundle. Kindest. For those of you that, okay, so one more for Daisy. For those of you that signed up for the Santa's delivery kit, they are ready. They have gone in the mail. I do have 2 kits available, so if someone within Canada wants to purchase, it is $20 plus shipping if necessary, and if it's being shipped, I can take this belly band off and just separate the cards out. I do like tic-tac-toe. Oh boy, I lost count. How many are we at? I see 2 Rays and 1 Daisies. Oh, we're tied. Now, I might have gotten that other Rays before, but I hope it's obvious the trouble that I go, not trouble, but the lengths that I go to make sure this kit, any of the kits, are special. So I've got the little mountain. So this is number 1 because there's one thing on it. Number 2 is penguins. And maybe I'm the only one that catches this thing. This is the 2nd month that I've done it where the number coincides with the number of items on there. So 3 little train cars and 4 gifts. So even if you don't have that belly band on, you will easily be able to identify which is which. And I mean, even with the tutorial, you can tell, like, you probably can tell that that is that one, right? So let me know if you would like that. I only have 2. Aw, thank you, Roz. Those little stickers are so fun. Oh, thank you. You already did the daisies. Okay, Michelle says 1 of the Santa, please. So you got it, lady. I'll put this one. My little belly band is coming off. Okay, I'm going to write on here right now. When I logged off of my work computer today, there was a goldfish on the screen. My computer knows me. I have the memory of a goldfish. Okay, so we'll take 1. Oh, I already did the daisies. Do you mean that I should do... Oh, hold off. Alrighty. It's just a post-it note. Roz, do you mean that I already did the daisies, so I should do the rays, or that I got an extra daisy here? You could... Yeah, you could use different stamps. Yeah. Yeah. We can talk later, and yeah. Okay, so we're tied. You have a daisy. Okay, gotcha. So Let's get, I love this. I need to clean it. There's like, yeah. You don't need to know that. Okay, so we've got the gnomes, we've got the rays. I'm thinking we'll do it as a sun kind of. Ooh, it'd be cool to do both, but you know what? I am not going to do that on a live. Samantha says she will take one. So that will be 2 for you, Samantha. That's okay. I'll put it, I've got your other kit ready, which contains your team stuff. Okay, so Michelle, let me know. I'll hold off on that one. You know I never think these out. You're in good company, my friend. I never think anything out. ADHD brain. So I am going to use basic white regular. I did use watercolor paper on this, even though I didn't end up watercoloring. Leave that there. We definitely need the Stamparatus. Okay, I put it with your kit, which unfortunately was ready like probably 20 hours, maybe even less, when you were here the last time, which was unfortunate, but I had sent out an email to everyone that registered for my festivity delivered, like the Canadian kits. And I said, okay, so everything has arrived. I'm going to start working on the kits. I'm going to have them ready Monday. Like I aim to have them Monday. I aim to have them ready Monday at the latest and ready for the mail. Because accountability, right? And I want to keep people informed because that is definitely, excuse me, an area that I need improvement on. So I did it. I still don't know how I did it because, oh my goodness, that was a lot of work. Work, fun, whatever you want to call it. But they're done. So I go to the post office yesterday. I was supposed to go at lunch and then I decided I was having a crap day. Nothing happened per se. I just was having a crap day. I think I'm gonna do, let's do Daffodil Delight. And I thought, you know what? I'm sorry, my friends. I need to go home and see my puppies and get some cuddles in and like cheer me up. So that's what I did. Go to the post office after, oh, that's awesome. Just, yeah, not while I'm live, but yes, anytime tonight would be great. I'll put it in the mailbox because there's nothing else in there. But I thought I need some puppy medicine. So I came home. Immediately the dogs are all over me, which is nothing new. I am going to use a blending brush. I've got my So Saffron here. I don't know if you've ever blended, like added ink to a stamp with a blending brush, but it's gorgeous. So I'm going to go around the outside. But I got home, had a little bite to eat, cuddled with the dogs, and then went back to work. So I had a very quick dentist appointment after work to pick up a night guard, which first time ever I made it through the night with it in. That has never happened. Hoping that helps with these tension headaches, but we shall see. Warning, I know it's a little late, but I am very chatty today. I think because I was so grumpy yesterday and didn't talk, I am making up for that today. I even had a coworker say, "You're so quiet." I'm like, yeah, I was grumpy, so it was probably in everyone's best interest that I stay quiet. Anyways, for the third time, went to the dentist, went and got acupuncture, and came home. Where was I going with this story? Oh boy. I had a point. It'll come back. Oh, go to the post office. The computer is down. I'm probably overdoing this, but computer's down. I'm like, oh crap. So can't do it at lunch today because I have a date with a coworker. Okay, this is Daffodil Delight. So right after work I go. The one that I go to after almost a traumatic entrance. I'm gonna give this a good huff. Just to make sure that that ink is all activated. So I get in there. There was some drama in the parking lot, but their computer system is down. She said, I can still weigh them and then give you stamps for the amounts that you need. And I mean, these are parcels. Like, I'm gonna be putting $20 worth of postage on these things. So I'm like, no, I'll go to my other one. Thank you. So I get to my other one, and someone is covering the postal, like the manager's break. So go and look around for a few minutes, because this guy's like, you may not want me to do it, because the last time that I rang through a postal purchase, I overcharged them by like 14 bucks. I'm like, yeah, I pay enough for postage, so I will wait. So go back when the manager's there. Their system is working. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna add this because that's sweet. I mean, you know you're my people, right? I don't know why that cut off. Oh, it didn't. Hi, Kathy. I'm very chatty tonight. So he gets the packages ready and off they go. Now it turns out that express post is actually going to be cheaper than regular. So for those of you waiting for your festivity delivered kits and your team bingo kits, they are in the mail, all but one, and will be arriving sooner than anticipated. I might have just gotten yellow on my chin, but I already messed up. I should have put a mask down. Okay, so this is a practice one. I'll use this for something else. And I think I'm going to skip the blending brush this time. Do you know that if you put some seal on there just to keep it in place, if you kind of like just turn it, it should come off? My face is quite blown out there. Okay, so let's do that again, because the whole point was to do some masking. I got all caught up in my story. Okay, now put this down. We will forego the blending brush this time. I'm going to use this sitting guy again, the sitting gnome. Don't tell me I got rid of that. I know where it is. It is in this stamp set because I figured I would be doing it again. Woohoo! So this is the new Stampin' Up! Masking paper. So here is my gnome. Here's that little bit of grass that I used. It's very linty, and that is on purpose. So in the leaders group today, there was a conversation about masking paper. And no, Siri. The fact that if you use it straight from the package and you don't stick it to your clothes, or I have an idea, like I think that the embossing buddy would work to remove some of that stick. But there was a conversation about, is it really masking paper? Because it's pulling the finish off of the cardstock. So if you have not used the masking paper yet, just know that it is very, very sticky. It's not like probably traditional masking paper. It needs to be de-stuck a little bit. Okay, I know I said I wasn't going to do this, but I don't want to have lines from where my ink pad touched it. Now, because I have masked this, I can actually come in and I could probably add Mango Melody or something, so, just so that it's not flat, but I found the So Saffron was going to take all night to build up. Now, you might notice I have a huge spot right there where it's not inking. So I can spend some extra time and pressure on that. But I did find that because I stamped this a few times, look, it's already better. I basically ended up putting all of the ink on the masking paper. So I ended up taking the gnome masking paper off, stamping my daisies, and didn't actually get any of the ink where the gnome was. Okay. Now, I'm not actually going to be putting this grass. It's just that I didn't want to have like a really harsh line. So what do I want to do here? This masking paper is super thin. It's really surprising that it leaves any kind of a gap. And just know that when you are masking something like this, you need to cut inside the line of what you're masking. Otherwise you will end up with a gap like this. Now if this doesn't quite work the way I want it to, I will probably just stamp him and die cut. But I do want to get a little bit of that ink. Cross your fingers. I don't want to have a huge gap behind him. See? Because we got all of that ink on the masking paper already, if I move this, see, I got a tiny little bit because I stamped it on there. But if I took this off now, if you have never gone live, done a Facebook Live or a video, you won't necessarily know that you could practice something a million times and 1,000,001 is when it's going to go wrong, and you better believe that is when it's recording. Okay, so let's take this off. So like I said, the only reason that ink is there is because I had stamped it on the reverse of that masking paper. So this should be decent. And we will put some grass, like I think I will probably put a background on there. And when you put that lint or you de-stick it, it will reduce the amount of times that you can use it. But it's better than going through the process of masking it, doing everything you're going to do, and then pulling your paper off and it rips. Third time's a charm, because you know what I did? I didn't stamp the gnome first. I did this when I was making my sample. I'm like, okay, so let me show you. Let me show you what I mean, because these are red rubber. You could probably practice to figure out where it needs to go. Let's see. Got a fairly good idea that that's where he needs to go, but I was supposed to stamp him on the masking paper. Let's put this underneath it. Comedy of errors. Hi, Judy. So let's do some memento. I am loving coloring these gnomes. It is very satisfying. Let's see, I'm only a little bit off. Do you see? But we are going to do this one more time. I would love to say that I'm screwing these up so that you can see what not to do, but honestly, my head. Okay, so this is absolutely usable. I can use that on another background. This one, practice. This one, my friends, is going to be the one. So he's probably a little high up, but let's just go with it. Is that straight? Straight enough. There we go. Now, here is what I need to do. So I need to line it up, and if I can see a little bit of the black line from the image that I just stamped, perfect. You want to see a little bit of that, because like I said, you'll end up with that halo around it if you don't. Now I think, what should we do? Should we do this, or should I just kind of mask it off with tape, and then we can do yeah, I'm not loving this grass, but I think I am just going, we'll do a little bit of, the words, we will do a basic border die, or should I just go straight across? Maybe I'll just go straight across. Okay, so now we've got everything that we don't want inked masked off. Now I need to flip this around. ink up our So Saffron. Your stuff is never straight. Perfection is so highly overrated. I'm actually, yes, I'm using So Saffron because I put Daffodil Delight back. So if you would like to see a video on watercolor pencil coloring, let me know. Let's just give this a quick little blend. It would be something that I speed up because seriously, I'm not kidding when I say it was like an hour and a half, maybe even more. I have a lot of room for growth because seriously, I cannot not leave that white space. I have a talking problem. I have a creative challenge in my team group right now for coloring with watercolor pencils. And one of my team members is, oh, these cards are breathtaking. Like, she has got the white space down. We'll see if she'll let me share them or if she wants to share them. They're stunning. Like, there are no words. Okay, so again, we are going to peel this guy back so that we can get in a little bit closer. Actually, I think I'm going to take him right out this time so that I don't stamp on the back and then wipe the ink on the front of it. So do you see, if I have any ink where he is, which it looks very minimal, most of it has gone on that masking paper, but I'm going to just kind of dab it up with my finger. Not that we couldn't cover it, it's So Saffron. That's better. I had a little more ink on there than I would have liked, but okay, we're going to call that good. Good enough. I need to make sure I don't get this everywhere. Now, if I do decide that I want to ink blend the ground, I could just put my tape, not this tape, new tape, up there and then kind of blend downwards. Does that make sense? Makes it unique. I'm going to clean up my mess later. It's growing. Okay, so let's do a quick color on this guy. Can't think of any stamp set that has any kind of grass. The way that I color these guys, let me zoom in. If you can remind me to zoom back out, that would be great. Let's get... I bought these markers that said they were intense and colorful, but also said they had black ink. So I'm like, this is black ink. Why is this black ink? It says it's colorful ink. I'm just so confused. Okay, so I'm just going to color his nose. And I realized when I was looking at my gnomes, I'm not really paying a whole lot of attention to the shadow. I tend to imagine that they're being lit from the front, but actually he's being lit from the back. So chances are we wouldn't see much of anything detail-wise on the front of him. But that would be pretty boring. We'll just color the whole thing brown or black, right? What color would you like his hat to be? We're not going to leave his beard white because it's kind of filled with rays. If I do want to color the hat lighter, I can take my mono sand eraser and just kind of work away a little bit of that ink. You do need to be careful when you're using these because the more you use them, the more the cardstock will pill. So I think I'm just going to leave that. And how about, okay, blue. I think we might do Night of Navy as a blue, just because this is going to be so dark. So if I'm thinking about where the shadow would be, there would be some light hitting him from the back. Look at that little white space. And then everything up here would be dark. But this is card making after all. It doesn't have to be realistic. It certainly doesn't have to be perfect. It should make you happy, not stress you out. So you don't have to overthink it like I tend to. I'm going to color the little part that he's lifting up with a dark Night of Navy. I am getting some yellow in there from the rays. I'd probably suggest having an extra stamped version of the gnome cut even closer in so that you don't have to worry about this little bit. Because if I had cut him a little bit closer, I wouldn't have these rays going through it. Okay, that's good. Now I like to do his pants brown. However, my soft suede Stampin' blend, the dark one, is kaput. So my new one is arriving on Friday. Ooh, I'm gonna have 2 orders arriving on Friday now. Woohoo! Okay, so brown bottoms. He could have been wearing jeans too, I guess, but this guy's like a grandpa. He's wearing kind of khakis. And then we'll do, that was medium deep 300. This is deep 100. My fingers look filthy. So put a little bit of an outline. Whoops. And then let's use bronze. I always want to call this one copper. So if you don't have all of the natural tones, you can certainly use the bronze and ivory. See, every time. The bronze and ivory, and just build them up. Those are looking really close in color, aren't they? Let's go over one more time. What color should his beard be? It's a lot of brown. Thank you, Carolyn. It only took 3 tries to get it that way. You probably couldn't even see that, could you? He's bleeding. I am going to do Cajun Craze. I love these guys with a Cajun Craze beard. And I'm not sure that if I did gray, that it would cover up the rays in here. If you're okay with not having a 1-layer card, which I mean was kind of the goal of this with doing the masking, you could stamp this again and die cut it and pop it up, or even just cover this one directly. Or you could mask it properly like I said but didn't do. Okay. I love me these little Scottish gnomes. Okay, so I think I'll do another dark color just to cover the sleeves. We will go with Evening Evergreen. So this is dark. I'm just going to do dark. I'm not going to use the light one because I want to cover these rays. And then, are they mitts or are they hands? To me, I've colored them as mitts every time, but maybe they're just hands and they don't have actual fingers. What do you think? Judy says gray. Great gray. Color in here. And for the eyes, I like to use a Stampin' Right marker. We're going to give him beautiful Pacific Point eyes. Can't really see much of it, but And then for the mouth, I like to use a Stampin' Right marker again, because these are such tiny little areas that even the bullet tip of a Stampin' Blend is tricky. Oh boy, I really zoomed in, didn't I? What do you think? Hands or mitts? Well, you think about that. I've been getting these notices all afternoon about my website being down. It appears to be offline. Oh, it's back online. It appears to be offline. Oh, it's back online. I'm like, oh my gosh, figure it out. So when I went to check it, it was indeed offline. Okay, so you see I just added my mint tape and then put my little mask back on. This one is not going to last much longer. So we'll tape him on there, and now I will just bring in some, let's do some old olive grass. Ew. Kind of helps make it look like it's grass. I don't usually do that where I take my brush directly to it, but because this is grass, I don't want it to look really smooth. Mission accomplished, right? Hot Mess Express. It'd be cute to have some trees or something on here, but it's already taken longer than I thought it would. Again, very chatty today. Said to my coworkers this morning, yeah, very chatty, I'm sorry, but I did get so much done. So much. Okay, so this is a very flat horizon. He lives in Saskatchewan. He emigrated from Scotland to Saskatchewan. I could have moved my tape up just a smidge. This is like a how-to in reverse, like how to lose a guy in 10 days. I'm basically giving you how not to make a card. Hi, Marilyn. Hands, mittens, they're magical creatures, so it doesn't matter. You are correct. I am going to go with, let's do some real red. Probably look like a hot mess, but he'll match me then. So these are tiny little areas, but I do like to add some blending. We'll darken it up around the edge. And there we go. And one final touch. Cheeks. I know we can't see much, but we can put some little light Calypso coral cheeks. We don't want his eyes to run. We can also add just a little bit of that Calypso coral here. But that also means I now need to come back with my petal pink because I don't want to have a line. There we go. What do you think? I do need to cut it down. What color card base do you think? I don't often do one layer cards. I will cut this one down 5 1/4. I want to put like some little extender on here so I know how much to take off. Let me zoom back out. I think I will probably die cut a tree or two. Unfortunately, the tree lot dies did not last throughout Celebration. I have them, but you know how I feel about using product that isn't available, so I probably won't. But I'm thinking this is the part I wanted to show you, so I'll maybe finish the card afterwards, because you know I get all my ideas after I stop. How many bags of, oh, I will message you right after this. Are you already gone? She might be. Okay, where is Pam? Where is everybody seeing Pam? Hi, Pam. I don't see. Maybe her name just popped up and I can't see, but hi. Okay, so what do you think? They're both really cute, right? This is not my finest work. I will just put that out there right now. It's one of those times where I have the idea in my mind, and of course it doesn't come quite to fruition the way that I had planned, but I'm liking it. It needs a little something, I think. Maybe it needs a couple of tufts of grass. Like maybe if I die cut the other side and then put that there, I can add a little bit, because it's very Saskatchewan. Like he is in the prairies. There is no hills to be found. Love the one with the daisies. Hi, Pam. Yes, some of you were lucky enough to get those tree dies. I know, I would love to show you this one. It takes so long. So long. And I am by no means a watercolor pencil colorist. But I love it. I just want to show you up close. Like, look at his little nose. Like, it almost looks like art. The back does not. That was so much coloring. Okay, yeah, rainbows too, right? So I think the window would look cute. How cute would he look behind a window? Okay, so I think I'm gonna go do what I need to do. I'm also getting really hot and I can't turn my fan on while I'm live, because then you're going to hear it, because it's right here and then there's one right here. And Dave just pulled up, so the dogs are going to start barking. So I want to thank you for joining me. That was not the half hour that I thought, but I love the way these turned out. Melanie, I will message you like momentarily, and thank you everyone so much for joining me. I so appreciate it. I can't thank you enough. I thought Mika had come in. So have a great rest of the week. We'll see you next week. Bye. Also, my headache's gone. Thank you, ladies. Bye.